Here at Food for All's base on Caledonian Road in Islington, Hare Krishna volunteers load up their vans and rickshaws with supermarkets' unwanted leftovers. Para O'Grady has been part of the charity since the 80s. He drives across North London distributing food to the homeless 6 days a week. The charity currently feeds 1,000 people a day, but Para thinks there is still work to be done.
It doesn't take a great mathematician to work out that there's so many people in need of a good meal and there's so much food getting chucked away, which is actually a scandal. It's a food waste scandal.
The charity also distributes meals to students in London. Here at SOAS, there are queues every day for a free lunch. Students enjoy their free food that would have otherwise gone to waste.
And you're eating something which is quite nutritious as well, so really, if you're not saving money, you're getting a decent meal.
Packed Meals is a community project based in Finsbury Park, which also works to reduce the amount of food waste going into landfill. The organisation shows Londoners how to grow their own produce. Joe Homan runs sessions teaching local residents which edible plants are suitable to use.
In forest gardening, you might be cultivating some of the plants that grow in the wild, which are edible anyway, but where they might be looking a little bit tatty and neglected in the wild, in a forest garden they would be being cared for and they would probably be more lush and more tasty.
The organisation is sustained through lottery funding which runs out next year. But Joe believes Packed Meals will continue.
It might be under a different umbrella, so rather than a food waste reduction, it might be under a health eating guise.
A recent report by the North London Waste Authority has estimated 40,000 tonnes of edible food ends up in the area's landfill every year, while nationally, British families throw away 7.2 million tonnes of food and drink annually. Dr Mark Lim is the Conservative candidate for Islington South in the upcoming May elections. He thinks that the current Labour Council has not been doing enough to advertise food recycling initiatives on their website.
It's all, a little bit bland, not particularly exciting, and I think it's probably worth the council as well just to think how can they really, push those messages in a slightly more exciting way, a slightly cooler way.
The UK food industry generates more than £96 billion for our economy each year. However, 4 million tonnes of edible food gets thrown away in Britain's kitchens. Community groups like Packed Meals and Food for All are doing their bit to reduce our food waste in North London. Despite this, it seems as though we've still got a big job on our plate.